Well, this week has been quite a challenging week here in the O'Neill household. As most people will know now, Grace and I are foster carers, and we're going through a bit of a transition time at the moment where the young person who lives with us is now going through the transition into adoption. And that's the most amazing thing to be going on. Like, he's so happy. He's got his forever home, his forever family. It really genuinely is a beautiful thing to see. And I've spoken previously about the reality that although it is beautiful, it also comes with an element of hurt for us. But maybe the bit that we underestimated as adults is the emotional impact that it takes on us and how it affects our everyday lives. How the small things that are going on in life can suddenly feel really big. How you struggle to get up in the morning sometimes, or how your parenting is affected because you're just so full of emotion all the time. And I think that's probably a very real place that a lot of us live in, is for whatever reason is going on in our lives, we live in a position where we're constantly full of emotion. And that's really difficult because what very often ends up happening is we take it out on the people who are closest to us. We take it out on our partners or parents or our children. And this week, I've been going through the week, and there's a lot of things that I'm juggling at the moment. And I'm aware that sometimes I'm a little more snappy with the people that I'm close to than I might normally be. And beyond all the bubbly exterior and the high energy stuff that we do in our everyday lives, I find myself in the evening just sitting there sometimes thinking, am I doing okay at this? Just life generally, am I doing all right? Am I managing to be a good parent? And I want to encourage you because I think a lot of people feel this, that yes, you are. When I look back at my childhood, I don't remember the individual times that maybe my parents made a mistake. But what I remember is that they kept showing up. I remember the fact that there was always food on the table for me, even when it had been a difficult day. I remember that there was always a warm roof. I remember that there was always a bed for me to sleep in. I remember that when I had a bad day, I had a parent that I could go and speak to. And although it may be difficult, although they may be going through things, I still had somebody that I could go to. I remember that they kept showing up, even when the going was tough, because of me, with me, without me, in their personal lives. When my parents were going through a divorce, whatever it may have been, they kept showing up and they were still there for me. And so be encouraged that if that's the position you're in where you think, am I doing okay? Then all parents are questioning this. And I'm not coming from somewhere where I've got it right because I've been questioning it myself this very week. But the encouragement that Grace has given me, the encouragement that friends around me have given me, is that by just being there, by just being present, that's the bit that a child is going to remember. They're going to remember the fact that you showed up for them. And so be encouraged that that means you too are doing enough when you show up for your child. It says in the Bible, in the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verses 22 and 23, it says, the faithful love of the Lord never ends, and his mercies never cease. Great is his faithfulness, his mercies begin fresh each morning. And sometimes that's what we have to do. We just have to get to the end of the day in one piece without screaming too much at everybody. But your mercies for your child, your mercies for your partner, your mercies for your work colleagues begin afresh every morning. And what's really encouraging is God's mercies for you also start afresh every morning. It's a race that we have to keep going on, that we have to keep turning up, keep getting to the next milestone, taking a breather, and then going again. And it says in Hebrews 12, verse 1, it says to keep running the race. And sometimes that's exactly what it feels like. That you do just have to keep running. You have to forget all the other stuff that's going on, and you just have to keep showing up. But I've seen the other side of it as well. As a foster carer, with my pastoral responsibilities, with youth work experience for years, I've seen the impact it has on children and young people when their parents aren't able to show up. When parents don't make the effort, when things don't go the right way. And so children don't remember the little things. They don't remember the days that you were tired. They don't remember the days that you were full of energy. They remember the fact that you were present. It doesn't matter if you fall asleep in front of the TV, whether you scream because they're banging their drum when you just ask for 5 minutes of quiet. That's not the stuff that is important to that young person. But what is important is your presence. What is important is the fact that you keep showing up and keep making the effort, even when it feels that the odds are stacked up against you, you carry on going. So be encouraged this week. Be encouraged as you go forward that you can keep going, that you will keep going, that your kids are proud of you, that you are doing a great job. Never, ever give up. You're doing so much better than you think you're doing.